Very, very good morning to you all. Good morning. Respected Sri Chatrasen Punjab and Odisha, Honorable Minister for Food and Civil Supplies, Consumer Affairs. It's a very, very important portfolio for us. My colleague, our Vice President, Mr. Bhattat, Past President, Mr. Sharma, my colleague in the Council, Mr. Amit Apte, Regional Council Chairman, Mr. Nawar, Regional Council members, Chapter Chairman, Mr. Mundra, and his colleagues in the committee, Past Chairman of Surat South Gujarat Chapter, and many of my friends whom I see here, and also the members from different chapters who have come here to make this program a grand success, both the inaugural as well as the seminar. I wish to share certain things from my heart, and I would speak truth, and you have to bear with me for certain truths. There is no doubt a profession either makes or mars because of the opportunity that it has and the opportunity that the government gives in terms of regulation. And our institute was born as one of the bodies for regulating the cost and management accounting profession in this country. There is absolutely no doubt about it. For 40-45 years we were driving home with only one subject and then done away with many other opportunities that we had come our way. And then when we woke up, there were many other professions who have overtaken us in this aspect. To correct that mistake, I think we last 10 years we have been doing quite a good amount of programs. We have introduced new subjects. And also the efforts that we have made when the Companies Act, new companies, so-called Companies Act of 2000, before its enactment, we have pitched our road to be enhanced. And the result is that 2013 recognized us for many other opportunities within the Act. I do not want to dwell on that. You have a speaker who will speak about what opportunities have come and then how we can take advantage of those opportunities. I will dwell upon the rules which I know you are all eagerly waiting in my last part of the address. But before that I would like, as I said, opportunities for a professional has to encompass many other things that we aspire. Then only the profession becomes dynamic and vibrant. We have to be conscious about what is happening around us. Today everybody is talking about Modi's Make in India. I will say Make in India, Make India. So if we have to do that, even though we address, we give speeches that we can do this, but what exactly can be done? How do we lay down that roadmap is extremely important. We see a lot of correspondence, emails going on in the groups, but if you look at them, except politicking, there is nothing really comes out of this. This is the truth I want to speak. What is the advice that the members have given to the council? I have at least about 17-18 practitioners here. I was sharing and I was very, very blunt last night around 2 o'clock. I had a meeting with the chapters representatives. Personally, I wrote to 4,328 practitioners seeking their help in providing inputs of their experience sharing while they were doing the new audits, which in 2011 have come. And what was the impact of the audit and the response of the management to this? And you will be surprised that I could receive only 21 responses. If people think that they have voted us to the seat, and then we as 15 donkeys do only donkey job, and members who actually earn and then who actually aspire for the profession will not do any help to the institute is something which is deplorable. I thought I should be very, very blunt on this point. Institute or any profession becomes successful only when everybody joins their hands. Our 5 fingers are not equal. 5 thoughts will never be equal. But if you close that, then that becomes the strength of the organization. And then the need of the hour today is that strength. Be positive about the thinking, be convinced that what we are doing is for the benefit of the society and we are here to optimize the resources and we will do it. Unless we all have that resolve, individually either as a president or collectively as the 15 council members who are elected, or the 9 regional council members across 4 regions, which amounts to 36, and then the respective chapters alone cannot do this. It is a mission that we all together have to take it, and then only this is possible. Otherwise it is not possible. Having been critical about this, let me give you the positive side of it. When these rules have been enacted and then we had an issue, personally constituted a National Advisory Committee to elicit the opinion from the grassroots. And I can tell you that, I should congratulate that, whichever all the regions with their participation from the individual chapters have come out with good recommendations. A very good document has been given, and I am sure you all must have seen which has been presented to the net. Even though a lot of success was attributed that for the first time a presentation has been done good and President is responsible. So no, it is, that's what I said. When you do it collectively, the result of that collectiveness will always be good. Your intent to do something has to be good, and your intent and the conviction that we will be able to achieve something has to be there. Then that you will achieve. It is only a matter of time. For everything there is a time, and then time decides things. Before I get back to that, couple of things that we have taken in spite of all the tensions and the stress that we had. Personally, I am a big fan of MSMEs. I started my career after I left my job. I have handled quite a good amount of MSMEs, and I thought as president at least I will, every president has a dream, and my dream was to ensure that we find a place in the MSME sector. For your information, MSME sector contributes 88% of the economy of this country, and still we do not recognize that is a sector which has to be reckoned with, which is very unfortunate. And this sector is reeling under pressure today because of competitiveness. There is a competing country, like rightly said, that China is competing with us. And unless we strengthen these MSMEs, which are very large in numbers, as a profession, the mandate that has been given to us is not justified. So immediately after took over, I went and met the MSME minister, and then he was readily agreeable to join hands with us. What proposition we have given is, we said we have 98 chapters, out of which 28 chapters are major chapters, and at least 50 chapters can hold this. We will provide a 24/7 service to MSMEs. We will ensure that at least one practicing cost accountant in the chapter is available, depending on the shift or roster, whatever you call. Nitty-gritty we will work out. But we will help a call that comes from any of the MSMEs in that particular region, and then it will be held, whether it is related to a taxation matter, it is related to some pricing issue, or it is related to some credit facility not getting, anything related to their operation except the technology, we will be able to do that. We had discussions, I think tomorrow one of my council members is meeting for a final discussion on the MOU. If that comes through, it is the biggest achievement of this profession, because you are going to address 1,400,000 units across this country, and the so-called brand image we keep talking about, that we don't come into social media, we don't come into print media and all that, will in one wash we will go. Brand doesn't come just by advertisement. Brand comes by the acts that you perform, and this is what I wanted you to sync with. Brand comes by the act, brand comes by the service that you have given to the society. And once the society recognizes you that you are doing this, you are something special, I don't think any force on this earth can stop us. And we should all work to see that this is successful. As a continuation of this effort, I met last month the chairperson of State Bank of India, which is the largest bank of this country. And believe me, she has given me an audience for 50 minutes. And the proposal that I have given to her is that you have 9,800 crores of NPAs with you, and we will give you a helping hand. And in the process, you help our cost accountants to have consulting from these companies. The proposition was that in each of the clusters, for example, Surat is a cluster. In Surat, you have textile clusters, you have diamond clusters, and then now you have many others coming in. In these clusters, the problematic, incipient sickness, if it is recognized among the units, these clusters would be identified, and bank will arrange for a meeting with those clusters. And then cost accountant, facility cost accountant, I have proposed that should have minimum of 10 accounts, and the fees ranging from 5,000 rupees to 15,000 rupees a month, depending on the size. What is the bottom line? Young people who have taken to practice with at least a couple of years of experience are assured of an income of 75,000 rupees to 1 lakh per month. And what you need to do is and hold those units in terms of cash flow management, in terms of credit facilities that they need, and in terms of pricing, which is one of the major issues in terms of competitiveness. And this could be done by 1 or 2 visits. I'm not prescribing that only it should be 1 or 2 visits. It depends on the unit and the problems that they have. But if this clicks, yesterday I was told, my good friend Darwadi is here, along with our PD directorate, I have asked him to go being a senior member. And then the Ahmedabad Circle, the DGM was very, very receptive. And I think very soon they are going to have a meeting with one of the clusters. And that will be the first pilot project. Similar offers have come from State Bank of India for Chandigarh Circle, Hyderabad Circle, and the East Patna Circle. In all these cases, probably we will be looking at some 100 units as a pilot case. Bottom line is not getting the assignment. Bottom line is how well we do this assignment to ensure that the bank which has trusted confidence in us, we have lived up to that expectations, and the units which are being under pilot project emulate the whole proposition and then says that yes, we need this expertise with us. If that happens, I am assuring you that State Bank has 100,000 units to look at. Even if you are getting 25,000 rupees and 10 units per head, you need 2,500 people to handle this assignment. And looking at the presentation that we have made, already Allahabad Bank has approached us and said that we would be interested in looking at the proposition. But I am going slow because it's something we have done as an experiment, and if it clicks, you have a huge bonanza ahead of you. But if it doesn't click and we don't do a good job, then we are losing a major opportunity to be present. So this opportunity will come here also. It's a matter of time, and we have to live up to that expectation. And my request to Surat Gujarat chapter, South Gujarat chapter is that once we sign this MOU, you have to talk to your practicing cost accountants and ensure that the roster is maintained and somebody is available for the service. When I mean service, it is a real service. Somebody should not think that I am coming, sitting and then spending my 8 hours. If we have to succeed, and we have to succeed for the long-term future, we also have to invest. And as professionals, it is our time which becomes an investment. So I request you all to see that this matter is seized. Then another important area which the current government is talking, is about health. Last year itself, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has initiated a very noble cause. Like in UK, there is a cost reference available. For every procedure, there is a cost reference available. As a first step towards that, a committee was formed consisting of all the top hospital representatives, management, and then institute represented in that particular meeting. I had the opportunity to be the member of that particular committee, and then we have developed a standard costing template. And this was hosted on the website for about 45 days. And as usual, only one response had come. Now it is under testing with a couple of hospitals. The idea of the standard template was not to bring jargons of costing into the system, but to make it available for a 5-bedded hospital as well as a 500-bedded hospital. So looking at the template, you will see that it looks very mundane. But what flexibility we have built is, it doesn't pinch even a 500-bedded hospital to fill the information and then provide. And for a 500-bedded hospital, they have all the systems, and then they can use whatever technology or the ERP system that they have in order to provide the system. This is only a first step, and then slowly, I'm sure, once it becomes successful, the costing reference, referral costing, which is known across the globe, will also be available in this country, which will make healthcare affordable. And then very shortly, I think we are planning to have sometime around mid of February, health summit with the participation from Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and we have requested FICCI to join us as partners. Good news here is couple of Gulf countries have immense interest. They are far superior in terms of adopting the technology. There is a company which is based out of Ahmedabad. Since I am in Gujarat, I am mentioning this you. They are the leaders who have implemented the system in the entire Gulf, which has almost about 20,000 beds. And in India, they have implemented this in one of the Ahmedabad hospitals, which is a 1,000-bedded hospital. And And they have agreed to share their experience with us, and they are also bringing those Gulf countries to share that experience with us, and this health summit will be holding it up at New Delhi. Third important thing, infrastructure is a big thrust that has been given to the profession, and then it was in the role, even in the so-called rules that particularly in 2014 had a major component in terms of its infrastructure. But the value that the government derives from this so-called infrastructure would be when we bring some meaningful studies to their table for their consideration. Towards this, last year we have signed up with the Indian School of Business, ISB Hyderabad, and then we have started a research. The initial data compilation and analysis of data is done, and it will take a couple of months. I think I will be requesting a couple of people who have a flair for research to join us and then spare their valuable time and to make this meaningful. I intend to release this research work with the recommendations of the Institute and ISB during the forthcoming National Convention at Hyderabad. I'm hopeful, but research is something which you can never say that before this deadline I will complete. It's something which is ongoing. And that is one area which I thought definitely I will talk about. Surat is a bed for textiles, and you know in the rules the textiles was not there. So as a first step, I met the Secretary Textiles, and then immediately he said that he will write to the expert committee that textiles should be continued for cost audit. But then he has given another proposition to us. You are aware that TUF is a major scheme for textile industry, and then a lot of industries have been funded with this money. And they had a challenge of getting those TUF funds for the utilization, and he requested me whether our members can take up this stuff from it. It is right now under the table of Chief Commissioner of Textiles in Mumbai, and he has promised me to clear it next week. If that comes, this will be an additional assignment in those cities where textile clusters are present. It is not across for everybody, because it was very, very clear it doesn't want people to travel from places to do this stuff audit. It would be available, for example, Surat means it is restricted to people practicing cost accounting from Surat. If it is Ahmedabad for Ahmedabad, if it is Coimbatore, it is Coimbatore, vice versa. I am hopeful in another 2-3 weeks time this will come. This is an additional, I don't say it is a continuous work, because TUF is a scheme which is getting out of place by 2017. But at least they have funded, I believe, more than 30,000 units. And to get 30,000 units audited for the fixed assets is a very long time. So it's a one-time opportunity, but an opportunity that is going to knock at our doors. Another initiative that we have taken, which is yet to be grounded. I had initial discussions along with Dr. Ashish Bhattacharya, with agricultural expert, Mr. Ashok Gulati, who keeps writing the publication. I have made a proposition to him. In fact, I was discussing with the Honorable Minister. One of the points that is, there are two aspects of cost in agricultural produce. The first is your MSP, minimum price, which is a very tough task. I mean, we cost accountants have to learn a lot of things. For your information, 16 models are used when MSP is decided, which I am sure many of you sitting in this, even until I went through the documents, I was not aware. 16 models are evolved before the MSP is decided, and the cost sheet that they take is exactly the cost sheet that we prepare and then we study in our books. The difference is they use this data by plotting them into the model, and then they decide on the price. There was a lot of debate whether actual prices are to be taken, or they have to take the budgeted data. Depending on the state they have formulated it, but MSP is something which is decided by a model. And then I encourage you all to read this. They are all available on the Agricultural Ministry's website, which will be a knowledge sharing for you. But the second cost that is involved is in the logistics and distribution, which forms a major chain. And this is where I have discussed with them. We are yet to ground because the budget for that is almost about 2 crores, which we do not have. So I offered that from my council, we will take a permission for 50 lakh rupees, and then balance money we will try to get it from people. And then that is under the process. At least by January I would like to drive home this point. But this is a very, very important sector for us as professional CMAs to be in, because this will be a big service to the society. We are aware that majority of the inflation is always measured by 2 things. One is your manufacturing industry index, and the first one is through the pricing of ingredients. So if we are able to mark our name mark our place in that sector, there is no what we call separate branding exercise need to be done. The question of audio conferencing have come address up. There are many facilities which are given by the institute today. First, utilize those facilities. Webinars are being organized for students which can be plotted or broadcasted through your beautiful hall that you have constructed, that is as good as a what we call a video conference. Make this available to the students. There are a number of webinars that are scheduled on important subjects. Please do make them available to the students by plotting that onto these big screens that you have. Then that utilization becomes much more, and then very shortly we have video conferencing in all our 4 regional councils, which is grossly underutilized. So I very strongly believe we talk about resource utilization and then maximization of resources. First, let's do that ourselves. Charity begins at home. Let's do that first, and then look for further infrastructure creation. I'm not averse to that. Creating the infrastructure, I for one come from that same technology field, so-called technology field. But let's utilize what we have first, and then very shortly we will do that. As the demand grows, it doesn't take much time. We don't have to have big video conference equipment today at all. You can do it with the cloud systems. Finally, let's come to the one which you have been eagerly waiting. I know I have bored you for more than 15 minutes. I don't know how much of what I have talked has gone into the head. But let me tell you that the negotiations with the government on your cost rules has been good. I mean, the expert committee was very appreciative of the presentations and the recommendations that we have made, and we have given a lot of justification for whatever claims that we have made. And for the first time, we had a face-off with the industry. One of the meetings with the expert committee, when they asked me that, will you meet the industry representatives? I said, why not? And one comment that I have made in that meet was, I said, listen, our institute is a statutory obligation. We are under statute, and past audit, we have an obligation under the statute. It is not something which the institute has imposed. So all we are doing is doing our duty to see that the statutory obligation that is given to us. We are nobody's enemies. We are not here for spying, and we are not fact finders. Very often I see many of members keep talking that we find facts. No. Cost audit is not a fact-finding machine. Cost audit is about reporting facts. Let's be very, very clear about it. It is reporting about facts. We only report facts. And then whatever recommendation that we make based on the performance of that particular company. This point was well taken by the industry, and I am very confident based on the body language that they have and the inputs that I have from the expert committee that it is going to do something beyond what we had currently. Having said that, there was a big hype when I took over that I will do this wonders. I don't have any magic wand in my hand. All I can do is I can speak sweetly to people, and I normally don't get annoyed. I have a very good brain in terms of stress. I only lost weight, but I have not lost my cool. I told the secretary that the expectations of the members are such that we want the current rules to be maintained, because we apprehend that there will be a delay in implementing the expert committee report. But let me tell you, last week I had a meeting with him. He has assured me that he will implement the entire expert committee report before 20th of December. But as I said, I don't do school and I don't leave the thread just because somebody has promised. I still persisted with him. And then I told him that I still feel that 13-14 should be continued with the old rules. Because after the implementation, like what we agreed, there could be some grievance from the industry. So then he said, no, since we have already intimated them, we will do it. But then I have provided them with a legal opinion, and the matter is ceased. Then I took time from the Honorable Minister, and I have personally explained to him what the problem is. What the problem is, I said that even though assurance comes that it will be implemented retrospective, we also have to look at the legal angle. The reason why I am not responding officially, but I venture to respond to my members here who have elected us, is to share that the council is very much seized of the matter. By writing or by saying that we are not doing anything, nothing can come. The chair is a very dirty seat. I'm sure the Honorable Minister will agree. There are many things which I cannot share with my deputy also. Certain things will be told to me that I am telling you this in confidence, and I have to keep that confidence. irrespective of Magali जो आप भी देते हैं, I cannot do anything because I have chosen to be in that seat. So please do appreciate. We also have the commitment, we have the vision, and we have the willingness to work for. After we have taken this the seat and spending so much of our personal time, is to serve you, not to enjoy. We don't enjoy anything. I can tell you this much. I reached last night at 2 o'clock, got up at 5 o'clock, 7:30 we had breakfast. Why should we do all this? Please do understand. People think that we have luxuries and all. We don't have any luxuries. None of us, at least in my council, I can watch even Big Eater. We don't even eat. We don't relish food. All the commitment and this thing what we have is some passion to do something. That's it. It could be a small feeble. The passion to do is there with us. So please bear with us, and then people who are trying to propagate against us, at least good people who believe us should write back. Otherwise what happens, I can tell you this, tomorrow no meaningful person who has self-respect will come and occupy this seat. With these few words, thank you very much, and I congratulate you. I wish you all the best.
Hello. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, Durga Prasad sir told that really yesterday night when we received him 1:30, half an hour we have taken him because our members were very eagerly to know first-hand information from him, and up to 2 o'clock we had given passage hearing last night in the Krapko guest house. So we should appreciate their effort and hard working, and we should support our central council and all these headquarters members who are doing their best efforts. And because Saab had told that if the 4,800 practicing members are there, and if the suggestion is asked and only 20 members are giving, then also we also need to improve. Because at that time I know that I have sent one SMS to sir, immediately sir has replied. One thing I came in my mind, that like government was asking what is the benefit of our cost accounting group. So then when I have told that like in the anti-dumping duty, posting records are helpful at the time of manufacturing of goods by anti-dumping duty. Same way in services also, if some valuation of service will be there, then anti-dumping duty on services, like on import of service, that can be helped. And then Saab has given the positive response in the SMS itself immediately. Then okay, we will consider. So this, if we have such a good support from our president and top council member, we should also equally do our hard work and give them the valuable inputs so that it can materialize. Thank you, sir. Now, I request Sri Sunil Bhatt sir to give brief introduction of our today's chief guest, Sri Chattar Singh Ji Mori sir, and invite him for the blessing.
Thank you so much. My privilege to introduce Sri Chattar Singh Ji Mori. Mori Sahib is an elected MLA from Jambusar constituency, and he is a Minister of State, Food and Civil Supply and Consumer Affairs, independent charge. To know more about him, he is a commerce graduate and also has done his management course in industrial purchasing and materials management. He also has got a working industrial experience. He is a farmer too from the area. Mori साहब 5 बार विधानसभा से इलेक्शन जीता है उन्होंने 5 बार, और ये तीसरी बार जो साहब हैं मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट बने हैं। 2 बार हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी साहब जब यहाँ चीफ मिनिस्टर थे, उनके कार्यकाल के दरमियान 2 बार मिनिस्टर बने थे, और अभी 1 बार इसके साथ में तीसरी बार जो है साहब स्टेट के मिनिस्टर बने हैं। इसके अलावा मोदी साहब जो है वो आनंद डिस्ट्रिक्ट के प्रभारी भी हैं और हमारे भरूच डिस्ट्रिक्ट के बीजेपी के प्रेसिडेंट भी हैं। इनकी हॉबीज जो है वो जो हमारे धार्मिक पुस्तक हैं, हिस्टोरिक बुक्स हैं, इसकी पढ़ाई करना जो है इनकी हॉबीज है। जब मुझे मुदला जी ने बताया और राठी जी ने बताया कि हम मोदी साहब को जो है वो इनवाइट करना चाहते हैं, मैंने जैसे ही साहब को बताया कि इस प्रोग्राम के लिए हम आपको आमंत्रित करना चाहते हैं, तो उन्होंने तुरंत उसको एक्सेप्ट किया। और उनका जो एक्सेप्टेंस था वो इसलिए था कि वो क्रिएटिविटी को बढ़ावा देना चाहते हैं। He loves creativity। और ये जितने सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो आगे भविष्य में आने वाले हैं, उनके लिए अगर कुछ करना है वो हमेशा तत्पर रहते हैं। मोदी साहब के पास में इनकी जो पोर्टफोलियो है उसमें काफी सारे विभाग है, जिसमें वेट्स एंड मेजरमेंट है, पेट्रोल पंप है, गैस स्टेशन है, कंज्यूमर अफेयर्स के हैं। हम गवर्नेंस की बात करते हैं, मोदी साहब जो है लोगों के इतना बड़ा पोर्टफोलियो होने के बावजूद भी वो लोगों के सीधे संपर्क में रहते हैं। एक गवर्नेंस की बात करूं, आज मैं साहब के साथ शेयर कर, साहब ने मेरे साथ शेयर की और मुझे जान के बड़ा ताज्जुब और बड़ा अच्छा लगा कि जो कंज्यूमर अफेयर्स के जो हमारे केसेस थे वो 10-10, 12-12 साल लगते थे किसी जमाने में। मैं उस टाइम पीरियड को मेंशन नहीं करूंगा, बट आज वही केसेस 3 से 6 महीने के अंदर खत्म हो जाते हैं। ये गवर्नेंस का मॉडल जो है इन्होंने प्रस्तावित किया है, और ये मॉडल जो आज गुजरात में है कल को पूरे देश में फैलेगा। मोदी साहब से मुझे याद है कि हमारे कंपनी के मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर से भी हम जब गए थे गांधीनगर तो मिलने के लिए साहब से मीटिंग की, और उसके बाद में जो उनके साथ एक जब इंडस्ट्रियल इन्वेस्टर जब बात करता है और उनके साथ में बाहर में जब मेरे एमडी के साथ में आए तो उन्होंने बोला कि ऐसी लीडरशिप, ऐसा अप्रोच मेरी जो एज एन ऑनर मेरी जो करियर है उसमें शायद मैं पहली बार देख रहा हूं, जो गुजरात में देखने को मिल रही है और जो मोदी साहब के साथ में एक्सपीरियंस हुआ। ये जो तरीका है, ये जो अप्रोच है, एक पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप होती है। मैं उसको एक नया आयाम देके बोल सकता हूं कि ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेटिव पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप है जो डेवलपमेंट को फैसिलिटेट करती है, इन्वेस्टर्स को फैसिलिटेट करती है, गवर्नेंस को फैसिलिटेट करती है। और ये सब हमने अनुभव किया है। सर जो है इतने बड़े इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया से हैं जहां डेवलपमेंट रोज होती है और आगे भी होती रहेगी। इसका एक एग्जांपल मॉर्निंग में सर ने मुझे बताया कि इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क जो है हमारे एरिया में और आएंगे। ऐसी लैंड होगी जहां पे आज समंदर के किनारे जहां फार्मिंग नहीं हो पाता है, एग्रीकल्चर नहीं हो पाता है, ऐसी लैंड पे एक नहीं, दो नहीं, कई इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क आने वाले हैं। जहां कुछ नहीं होता वहां कुछ होगा, ये अप्रोच है। इसको मैं एक वाक्य में समाप्ति करूंगा। जो ये अप्रोच है, मुश्किलें आती है। When it rains heavily, all the birds occupy their shelter. But eagle is the only bird who avoids the rain and fly above the sky. Here, the situation is same for everyone. सबके लिए परिस्थिति एक है, but the attitude makes the difference, and that is the attitude. Thank you so much, sir. And now I would invite Honorable Sri Chandrasinh Maurya sir to address us.
the Institute of Cost Account of India, Surat South, Gujarat chapters, Honorable guest, Sri Durga Prasad ji, Shriman Khattak ji, Shriman Sharma ji, Shriman Naval ji, Shriman Sananek Shah ji, Shriman Luthra ji, उपस्थित डिस्टिंग्विश्ड और मेरे सामने बैठे सभी मेरे मेहमान, स्टूडेंट्स और मीडिया के मित्र, आज के कार्यक्रम में हम आए तो हमको बहुत कुछ सीखना, जानना और पहचानना हमको मिला है। पहले तो आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ, आपने इस सीए के लिए नया रिसर्च सेंटर और ट्रेनिंग सेंटर के लिए बिल्डिंग आज खुला रखा है। यह अपॉर्चुनिटी सूरत और साउथ गुजरात के लिए दिया है, तो मैं आपको धन्यवाद करता हूं और हमारे आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए बहुत कुछ काम आएंगे सीखने के लिए। मैं आपको धन्यवाद करता हूं। दूसरा मैं धन्यवाद करूंगा कि सरकार को छोटी छोटी ऐसे बहुत सारे कार्यक्रम होते हैं, इसमें शामिल होने के लिए। इसमें सरकार का कॉन्सेप्ट क्या रहता है, सरकार क्या चाहती है और आप जो पढ़ रहे हैं, आप जो कर रहे हैं और आप जिस क्षेत्र में आप आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, उस सबका डिपेंड होता है सरकार, गवर्नमेंट। गुजरात गवर्नमेंट ने तय किया था, जब नरेंद्र मोदी यहाँ के सीएम बने, बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम अपने सामने थे और अभी जो देख रहे हैं और पहले की बात जो कंपेयर करते हैं, तो काफी सारे चेंज कम टाइम में आने का रिजल्ट इसलिए आया है कि आप जैसे लोगों ने बैठ के चिंतन किया है, स्टडी किया, रिसर्च किया और यही लाभ हमको गवर्नमेंट को मिला। डिग्री तो मिलती है, गवर्नमेंट में जॉब भी मिलती है, सर्विस भी करते हैं, लेकिन सर्विस, जॉब, फैक्ट्री, प्रोडक्शन, सभी चीजों में, सब क्षेत्र में जो अभी जरूरत रहता है तो सीए का रहता है। कंपनी कितना भी इन्वेस्टमेंट कर लेती है, सरकार भी कर लेती है, लेकिन उनका रिजल्ट तब मिलता है जब उनका सीए अकाउंट्स में जितना पारदर्शिता आता है, या इसमें तो जो रिजल्ट मिलना चाहिए, जो आना चाहिए, वो आप जो क्षेत्र में काम रहे उसी वजह से वो डेवलपमेंट का आधार रहता है। मैं तो ऐसा सोच रहा था कि गुजरात में इतनी सारी फैक्ट्रीज आने दिनों वालों में आने वाली है। भी गुजरात में 4 इवेंट वाइब्रेंट का हो गया है। 5 जनवरी में 11, 12, 13 को होने वाला है। मैं चाहता हूं कि गुजरात ऐसा मॉडल होने जा रहा है कि पूरा देश और दुनिया में ग्रोथ कैसा होना चाहिए और आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए और सारी जो जरूरतमंद है उन चीजों को पूरी करने के लिए क्या क्या जरूरत होगी, पूरी करने के लिए ये सब आने वाले इवेंट काम आने वाली है। अभी मेरे साथ सैर कर रहे थे तो मैं ये बात कोई बताऊंगा कि गवर्नमेंट एक्ट तो बनाती है, हर क्षेत्र में रहता है और जहां जहां काम करते हैं हर क्षेत्र में एक्ट रहता है। लेकिन मोदी जी ने कहा है कि हमको एक्ट की जरूरत है, लेकिन हमको एक्टिव होना जरूरी है। खुद एक्टिव नहीं होंगे तब तक कोई काम का परिणाम नहीं मिलता है। और जहां भी काम करते हैं आपको क्या मिला, क्या करता है, क्या पगार होता है, वो जरूर नहीं है। लेकिन आप जहां काम करता है देश के लिए क्या करते हैं, साहब ने बताया सर्विस में आप क्या सेवा करते हो, ये जरूरी है। तो हर क्षेत्र में सेवा का भाव जो आएगा तो आप जो कर रहे हैं इसमें बढ़ावा आएगा, इसमें सुधार आएगा और इसमें इंप्रूवमेंट भी होगा और आने वाले दिनों में उसका जो रिजल्ट चाहिए वो हमको जल्द से जल्द मिलेगा। और मैं बात करूंगा, गवर्नमेंट ने अभी बहुत सारे क्षेत्र में चेंज लाने वाली है। अभी जैसे समंदर के किनारे की बात की तो आने वाले दिनों में गुजरात इस स्थिति में आने वाले के युवाओं की आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए आईटी के क्षेत्र में 10,000 से ज्यादा लोगों को रोजगारी गुजरात में मिले। उसका आईटी क्षेत्र का पूरा जो एक्ट है उसको चेंज करके उसकी नई पॉलिसी बनाई और गांधीनगर जो गिफ्ट सिटी बनने वाली है इसमें वर्ल्ड ट्रेड खड़ा हो रहा है। पूरे देश का जितना इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड हो रहा है वह सब गांधीनगर में आने वाला दिनों में करने वाले हैं। तो वर्ल्ड ट्रेड जब होगा तब आपकी भी इतनी जरूरत होगी कि आप जो क्षेत्र में काम करते हैं तो आपका तो आप जो कर रहे हैं तो एक क्षेत्र में भी इतना आने वाले दिनों में अभी इसका कंस्ट्रक्शन का काम चल रहा है। 2-5 साल में शायद ये वर्ल्ड ट्रेड का गुजरात में शुरू होने वाला है। तो जो इवेंट हो रहे हैं इसमें आप जो क्षेत्र में काम रहे छोटे से इंस्टीट्यूट से लेके बड़ी के बड़ी इंडस्ट्री में तो सभी क्षेत्रों में आपका भी रोल बहुत जरूरी है। मानता हूं कि जो सीए लड़के अभी पढ़ रहे हैं और पढ़ के अभी ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हैं और आगे सीख रहे हैं उनके लिए आने वाले दिनों में उनमें भी काफी आप देखते हैं कि पहले अमेरिका पूरे विश्व में नंबर 1 था। अभी चीन है कि चीन इतना तेज गति से आगे बढ़ रहा है। पहले इकोनॉमिक वाले ऐसे बोल रहे थे कि जिस देश में बस्ती बढ़ती है उसका ग्रोथ घटता है, लेकिन चीन में बस्ती भी बढ़ी है और डेवलपमेंट भी बढ़ा है। तो मनु भाई मुझे बता रहे थे कि ये सूरत में भी ऐसा आपने देखा होगा। तो पहले सूरत 10 साल पहले की बात करें तो यहाँ भी टेक्सटाइल और हमारे हीरे की बात है। तो पहले धंधा करते थे, लेकिन आज पूरे विश्व में जब देखें तो 60,000 करोड़ से ज्यादा सिर्फ हमारे ये हीरा उद्योग में अभी सूरत हमको बिजनेस देता है पूरा विश्व में। काफी चेंज इसलिए आया है कि नरेंद्र भाई ने आने के बाद इस पूरे बिजनेस को पूरे वर्ल्ड में कैसा अच्छा हो सके ऐसा रास्ते में उन्होंने जो सुविधा देनी थी वो देने के लिए उन्होंने दी है सरकार ने। तो अभी आने वाले दिनों में भी इस सूरत को जैसे मुंबई को पहले ऐसे बोलते कि पूरा देश का इकोनॉमिक का अपना सेंटर था, आज हम कह रहे हैं कि पूरा देश में मुंबई से आगे सूरत निकल चुका है। इसकी बस्ती भी आप देखो तो 60 लाख से ज्यादा है यहाँ सूरत की, और इतने बावजूद भी सूरत का जो डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है इसके पीछे कारण ये मैं इसलिए बता रहा हूँ कि इवेंट के पीछे आप जो ट्रेनिंग करेंगे, आप जो रिसर्च करेंगे, तो आने वाले दिनों में इतने सारे आपने सुने नहीं होंगे ऐसे एमओयू यहाँ होने वाले हैं। ये बिजनेस स्टेट में आपको भी आगे बढ़ने के लिए क्या क्या करना चाहिए, कैसे बढ़ना चाहिए, ये आपको भी इस सेंटर्स के माध्यम से आपको आगे बढ़ने के लिए सुविधा उपलब्ध होगी। इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूं कि आपको तो आज जो आप कार्यक्रम आज बनाए, मैं तो देख रहा हूं कि आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए आपने खूब अच्छा किया है और भविष्य में भी पूरा गुजरात देश का मॉडल का जो बात करें, अब नरेंद्र भाई पीएम बने तो 15 अगस्त को लाल किले से उन्होंने भाषण में जो जो चीज बताई थी, शायद उनको सुना होगा, पढ़ा होगा, लिखा, उसको देखा होगा तो आपको मालूम होगा कि देश का प्राइम मिनिस्टर का विजन क्या है और कितने घंटे काम करते हैं। और काम करते हैं तो सिर्फ काम नहीं, उसका रिजल्ट ओरिएंटल काम, परिणाम नहीं मिले तब तक उसको कैसे आगे बढ़ाना है, ऐसी सोच सबको बनाना है। नहीं तो अभी देखा होगा कि पहले भारत को पूरे विश्व में यहाँ के हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर जाते थे तो ये गरीब भारत के देश के आने वाले, बस्ती बढ़ाने वाला देश है, बेचारा भारत, ऐसा भारत था। अभी सब पूरे विश्व, अभी टीवी में आपने देखा होगा कि G20 का भी चल रहा है, तो पूरा विश्व नरेंद्र भाई को मिलने के लिए, सुनने के लिए, उसको वेलकम करने के लिए पूरा विश्व आतुर है। क्यों? कि अभी विश्व में ऐसी कोई मॉडल जैसे नरेंद्र भाई देश बनाना चाहता है, ऐसा नरेंद्र भाई की सोच जैसा ऐसा विश्व में भी अभी कोई नहीं है। तो आने वाले भारत को चीन से आगे ले जाना है। अभी चीन जिस गति से आगे बढ़ रहा है कि प्रोडक्शन में भी आगे है और कॉस्ट के बारे में भी आगे बढ़ रहा है। भारत में सभी संभावनाएं है, सभी चीज है यहाँ पर। एक दफे कहते हैं कि भारत सोने की चिड़िया, राष्ट्रगीत में भी अभी गाते थे। इसलिए तो बाहर वाले लोगों ने यहाँ धंधे के लिए और बिजनेस के लिए यहाँ आके इंडिया पसंद किया था। तो सब संभावनाएं यहाँ गुजरात और भारत में है। हम आज ये दृढ़ संकल्प करें तो भारत को बढ़ाना है, तो अपनी सर्विस में जहां जहां आप काम करते हैं, जो क्षेत्र में आप काम करते हैं, सभी क्षेत्र में आप भारत के लिए कुछ करिए। हम देश के लिए जिए, जिस देश के लिए करें, ऐसा संकल्प भी करना जरूरी है। तब तक जो मेक इन इंडिया का जो बात है तब सिद्ध नहीं होती। मेक इन इंडिया की बात अब पहले जब रखी तो कितने लोगों के माइंड में भी नहीं आया कि नरेंद्र भाई बोल रहे हैं कि मेक इन इंडिया कैसे होगा। लेकिन जैसे जैसे पूरे विश्व में देशों में जो प्रवास कर रहे हैं और इसको बढ़ावा देने के लिए काफी सारी चीजों इंडिया में लाने के लिए उन्होंने एमओयूज किया है। आने वाले दिनों में मेक इन इंडिया के लिए इंडिया बन सकता है नहीं, 2 साल के बाद आप खुद बोल देंगे कि मेक इन इंडिया बन चुका है। ऐसा भी शुरू होता है। मैं सोच रहा हूं कि गुजरात जो है उसको काफी मेहनत करना पड़ेगी। जैसे हमारे लिए, हमारे जैसे क्षेत्र में भी हम 18 से 20 घंटे हम काम करने के लिए मजबूर कर दिए नरेंद्र भाई ने। कभी ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें 18 और 20 घंटे के पहले काम करके बिना सोए हैं। तो ऐसा सब लोगों को हर क्षेत्र में जब काम करेंगे तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि देश के लिए खूब अच्छा हो। दूसरी बात, मेरा कंज्यूमर अफेयर्स और सिविल सप्लाई की बात छोटी सी 2-3 लाइन में मैंने रखने के लिए चाहता हूँ। मेरे पास ये सिविल सप्लाई डिपार्टमेंट है। मैंने जब 2005-06 में मुझे ये पोर्टफोलियो दिया था, तब मैंने देखा था तो इसमें ऐसी चीजें थी कि लोगों को इस चीज में कोई संतोष नहीं था। मिलता था तो कोई ऐसे लिंक नहीं था कि सीधा भी नहीं, सही भी नहीं और बिना भ्रष्टाचार मिले। हम अभी एक क्षेत्र में टोटली कंप्यूटराइजेशन कर लिया है और ऐसा कर लिया है कि देश में से हमको जो अनाज मिलता है गुजरात में, और मेरा ये क्षेत्र है, 70% पॉपुलेशन का जो लोगों को हर रोज सुविधा के लिए जो जरूरत पड़ता है, 70% के लोगों को सुविधा देने का हर रोज काम मेरा है। इसके लिए हर क्षेत्र में हमने इसका स्टैंडर्ड किया है। जैसे पेट्रोल पंप की बात करें तो पैसे मिक्स पेट्रोल पंप हर जगह मिलता था और सही माप भी नहीं था, कम देते थे और मिक्स भी देते थे। अभी आप गुजरात में कहीं भी जाओ, कोई पेट्रोल पंप में ऐसा शिकायत आपको नहीं मिलेगी, शुद्ध ही मिलेगा और पूरा मिलेगा। ऐसा तोलमाप क्षेत्र है मेरा। मेजरमेंट में हमने साइंटिफिकली इसको हमने स्टैंडर्ड किया है। पहले हमारे इंस्पेक्टर राज था, आते थे फैक्ट्री में, पैसा दो नहीं तो हम ये कर देगा, हम ये कर देगा, हर क्षेत्र में ऐसा था। अभी कोई इंस्पेक्टर आपके यहाँ आता नहीं होगा। हमने उसको निकाल दिया है, उसको ऐसा बना दिया है कि जरूरत है आप बैठे बैठे करके कंप्यूटराइजेशन ऐसा कर दिया, आप कर सकते हैं। तो उसका हमने धीरे धीरे करके किया है। ऐसे लोगों की सुविधा के हमारे यहाँ एफपीएस हमारे गुजरात में हमें कहते हैं कि जो गरीब लोग हैं उसको अनाज देने के लिए सुविधा प्राप्त किया है सरकार ने। करीबन 35% यानी कि 45 लाख लोग ऐसे जो गरीब लोगों को सीधा अनाज देने का हमारे माध्यम से होता है। हमने उसको भी स्टैंडर्ड ऐसा किया है, कोई भी गरीब का अनाज दूसरा न ले जाए और उनको ही मिले और उनका जो लेने का कितना है, भाव क्या है, ये सब चीजें पहले नहीं थी, हमने डाली थी। अभी यस्टरडे आपने टीवी में देखा होगा, अहमदाबाद में कुछ हमारे ऐसा बाबत में लोग विरोध कर रहे हैं। हमारा यहाँ लोग नहीं विरोध कर रहे हैं, जो दुकानदार थे ना उसको चोरी अभी कर नहीं सकेंगे, इसलिए वो खड़ा करके ऐसा माहौल बना रहे हैं कि ये योजना अमल ना हो। लेकिन हमने अभी ये योजना लागू कर दिया है 98% इन गुजरात। आने वाले दिनों में हम ऐसा स्टैंडर्ड करेंगे, इसके लिए गुजरात को हमको काफी सारे मॉडल भी मिले। तो ये योजना मैं इसलिए बता रहा हूँ कि कंज्यूमर अफेयर्स में भी बहुत सारी चीज हम करने के लिए मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी आधार पे हम कर चुके हैं। वैसे आप भी इस शेयर के क्षेत्र में बहुत सारी संभावनाएं हैं और आप जितना करोगे इतना देश के लिए, मैं मानूंगी आप जितना करोगे इतना फायदा देश को मिलेगा, नफा देश को मिलेगा, क्योंकि आप बताने वाले हैं। इसलिए जो आप जो क्षेत्र में काम कर रहे हैं तो ये काम को आप ऐसा बढ़ाइए और मैं आप सबको शुभकामनाओं भी देता हूं कि आने वाले दिनों में हमारा जो भारत उभर रहा है विश्व में, आप सब साथ मिलकर आगे बढ़ाइए और हमको यहाँ बुला के आपके बीच आपके दर्शन करने की, आपके बीच हमको बात रखने के लिए जो कहा है। और लास्ट में हमने एक बात भी बताई थी कि हमको गुजरात में कॉस्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट का कोर्स शुरू करना है, बाकी के स्टेट में हो चुके हैं। हमको कहा है कि आप मीडिया बन के सरकार में बताएं, मैं 2 दिन में ये सरकार में रखूंगा। हमारे जरूरी है और जो विलेज क्षेत्र में हमारी छोटी छोटी इंडस्ट्रीज आती है, शायद ये कोर्स काफी हमको मददरूप होगा। बड़े बड़े सिटी में बड़ी इंडस्ट्री में सीए का रोल रहता है, लेकिन छोटे छोटे विलेज की जो इंडस्ट्रीज आती है इसमें काफी लड़कों को ये कॉस्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट का कोर्स को मददरूप होगा। इसलिए हम ये बारे में भी हम मदद करने के लिए तैयार है। तो आप सबने हमारा स्वागत किया और सम्मान किया और फिर से आप सबका दर्शन करने का जो मौका दिया, इसलिए इंस्टीट्यूट का हमारा चेयरमैन और पूरी टीम को हम आभार व्यक्त करते हैं, धन्यवाद करते हैं। भारत माता की जय।
थैंक यू मोदी साहब। एक्चुअली हमारा इंस्टीट्यूट कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग इंस्टीट्यूट है जो कि 80% कॉस्ट मैनेज करता है और हमारी इंस्टीट्यूट के जो आईसीआईसीआई के जो सीएफओ है चंदा कोचर, वो भी हमारी इंस्टीट्यूट के ही मेंबर है, जिन्होंने आईसीआईसीआई बैंक में सिस्टम रेगुलेट करके और बैंकिंग को प्रॉफिट में लेके आए। और इवन हमारे यहाँ चैप्टर में भी हमने ऑनलाइन पंचिंग एंड ये सारे सिस्टम ऑनलाइन कर रखे हैं। तो जैसा आपने बोला है वो हमारा चैप्टर ऑलरेडी उसी दिशा में काम कर ही रहा है और आगे भी जैसा आपने एश्योरेंस दिया है सर्टिफाइड अकाउंटिंग टेक्नीशियन के लिए अगर वो गाँवों में अगर उनका गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से सपोर्ट मिलेगा तो जैसा केरला में 4000 में रजिस्ट्रेशन कराया और बाकी स्टेट में भी चल रहा है, राजस्थान भी कर रहा है, ऐसे ही अगर गुजरात में गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से ये लिया जाएगा तो गवर्नमेंट को भी बेनिफिट है, स्टूडेंट को बेनिफिट है और इंडस्ट्री को बेनिफिट है। It is so we can be a media between government and public. Thank you very much. Now I request our president sir to offer a memento to our today's chief guest. Please. थैंक यू सर, आपने इतना टाइम स्पेयर किया उसके लिए। नाउ आई रिक्वेस्ट आवर चेयरमैन सूरत साउथ गुजरात श्री मुंद्रा जी टू ऑफर ए मोमेंटो टू आवर टुडे गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर श्री दुर्गा प्रसाद सर। Now I request CMA Brajesh Mali to offer a memento to our Vice President of ICI, Sri Bhattar sir. Now I request Brajesh to also offer a memento to Sri Past President Sri J.M. Sharma sir. Now I request Chairman Nancy sir to offer a memento to our WRC Chairman Sri Nawaz sir. Now I request our today's chief guest in this today's program, we got the great support from CREPCO, and that's why we want to felicitate Sri G.P. Rao sir. I request our today's chief guest and President sir to felicitate our G.P. Rao sir. Really, Rao sir has immediately in the one of the seminar on 12th October, he has immediately agreed that whatever infrastructure support is required, it will be provided by the TRIPCO.
वंडी
I request our CMH SN Munra ji, Chairman, to felicitate our Sunil Bhatt. इतना टाइम दिया उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर एंड हमारा इंस्टीट्यूट हमेशा इसके लिए बहुत आई रिक्वेस्ट आवर प्रेसिडेंट सर टू पुट वोट ऑफ थैंक्स